There we go. Nice beard, my friend.
Good.
Hello?
This may be frozen
Back
up.
it up a little bit.
Let's find out.
Bobby, why aren't you?
It looks pretty frozen.
Bobby, okay.
It's frozen?
Oh, there we go. No. It's volume number 1.
This is cute. Yo, fresh.
Is this working?
I see it. Can you see me? Hello?
Yeah, I can see. It just seemed to be freezing up a little bit.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
I can hear you fine.
It looks good on my end, and I can hear you.
Well, then we're good.
All right. Well, hey, nice beard.
Thanks.
Hell yeah, ZZ Top. Well, half ZZ Top, or like one third ZZ Top.
Yeah, big heroes of mine, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever watch that? What do you know about that? About the facial hair? What is it like? It's like professional facial hair growing or whatever that is.
I try to know nothing about that. That sounds so boring. I can't even imagine.
I think they should have professional like ball hair growing. That would be kind of cool.
I've seen it. It looks horrible. I don't even know how to begin to fucking hate that, but I just hate it.
Yeah. That's the that's what's wrong with the world, right?
It's one of the many things. Yeah.
It is. And you know
We're
what?
having like a major delay here. Is there a way we can?
Yeah, but we can hear him. It's just
I know, but it's like throwing me off. Are our motions pausing, or are we?
No,
fluid?
you guys are fluid. Actually,
we're fine. It doesn't matter.
I see everything you're saying and stuff, and I hear everything you're saying. It's good, and actually, it's broadcasted right now, so we're going. We're live.
Sweet.
All right, cool.
Good. Well, let's keep talking about how fucked up the screen is.
All right, shut up. Jesus. All right. God damn it. I'm sorry.
So,
right,
so Elena Venetia, you're out in the field. You're down in Delaware, in Newark, Delaware. Is Newark, Delaware as shitty as Newark, New Jersey?
It's pronounced Newark, Delaware,
Okay.
but we're in Upton, Maryland, so it wouldn't matter. And nothing's as shitty as Newark, New Jersey.
You're right. Yeah, of course. Hey, but Elena, aren't you from New Jersey?
Yeah, she's from nicer parts of New Jersey.
I am.
Right?
I'm
That's
from the
nicer
better
parts.
parts
Yeah.
there.
There are okay parts in Jersey. I actually like parts of Jersey. I just not Newark.
No,
Yeah.
No one likes Newark.
No.
Not even people in Newark.
no. They can try to gentrify that all they want, but
Yeah,
it's not going to
no,
happen.
nothing's going down with that.
So what do you guys got going on over there?
Not really. We're just going to talk to Nathan a little bit about just general shit. We're not going to get too deep. So I was going over that Gavin McGinnis interview, and I saw, I heard him say something interesting about hardcore and punk, and how hardcore is more generalized to certain areas in the country, whereas punk was more LA, New York. So for a lot of people, that was a more accessible genre of music. And since Nathan kind of transcends both genres, I wanted to see what he thought about that.
I think it's pretty spot on. I mean, the hardcore scene grew out of the punk scene, and it made, as far as I could tell, I mean, I'm coming from the early 90s, so I'm not going too far back, despite all the gray in my beard. It's, punk had a definite place. It was East Coast, West Coast, and I'm sure some things happened in between, but who cares about the middle states? Then hardcore
They get stupider as it goes in, right?
Right.
Out in the coast, everybody's smart, and as it goes in, everybody comes stupid.
This gets dumber and dumber as you go in. And that is the sound of a whole bunch of fans being lost.
Yeah, I was just hearing it. Like,
yeah. You could literally hear them walking out.
That's all right.
And that's when you go to Germany.
There you go.
Yeah, speaking of Germany, they're a very scrutinous bunch of people. Is that a word? Did I say that? Scrutinous.
Scrutinous, sure.
I said it. However, they look at you like David Hasselhoff there. So
It's bizarre.
What do you think that is?
Well,
what is the thing there?
can I say something before you comment?
Yeah.
Mr. Gray, I've noticed that about a third of our downloads come from Germany. You know,
Yeah.
it's U.S., Canada, Australia, and Germany are major spots. So I guess they just love fucking punk rock music or something.
Yeah. Strangelike can actually explain this. It's a bizarre thing, but in Germany specifically, not really the whole of Europe, although the whole of Europe is pretty good for touring bands, punk, hardcore stuff. Germany specifically they just love music. It's sort of what they do there.
They like techno music too, though, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. They like everything. But the weird thing is, like, you can go places where they have, like, DJs and, like, dance things, and they play punk. And people are, like, dancing to recorded punk music. It's insane looking. Like,
I want to go to Germany. I've never been there. Right. Holy shit.
It's great. It's great. I've always felt at home there. We continue to go there for like 20 years. And honestly,
and they love drinking beer. It's so good.
And they have great beer. Probably one of my favorite stories about beer in Germany is that they have a purity law, and there's only so much water you can put in the beer. They're very strict about their beer. Recently, Lowenbrau went out of business in Germany, and the reason why is because when they started to change, the government started to act like they were going to change the purity laws, and Lowenbrau was the only company that said, yeah, we might change them. Everybody said, fuck you, we're out, and they closed.
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. They have some purity laws here. They call them the blue laws.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have blue laws there in Delaware?
No.
Are you guys incorporated? Boysetsfire, are you guys incorporated in the state of Delaware? Because the state of Delaware is supposedly the best state to incorporate in.
Everybody has a P.O. box here, no matter what company.
Why is Delaware such the best state to
no taxes?
No taxes, and the courts are very business friendly.
Yeah.
So if somebody sues you, you're more likely to get off here.
Whoa.
We should put that on a license plate. Delaware, you're more likely to get off here. Funny enough, we're in Elkton, Maryland right now.
We are.
But I am from Delaware,
So Elkton, Maryland's only like 10, 15 minutes away from Newark, Delaware.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, so I want to ask you, I've known you for a long time. Mm-hmm. You're definitely somebody who made me not an ignoramus as far as music goes. And when we talk about liking a lot of different genres and a lot of different types of things, punk rock, hardcore, fucking indie pop, whatever the hell it is, to feel like you have a space for that, and that's cool, and you should like whatever you want, and you say nothing to no one about it. Coming from that background with you, I will say it's very interesting to see you living amongst your bandmates here. We have
it's really
no
bizarre.
What genre
this
of
is going to sound
like,
really incestuous in a second.
Yeah,
it's going to sound really Elkton, Maryland.
Very, very. I just feel like whatever genre of music you like, the one common thread is band members end up hating each other when they tour too much. Yeah. So not only does Boysetsfire tour with each other all the time, but they all live within 3 houses of each other.
Josh, our one guitarist, his front yard butts up to my backyard.
That's the bigger guy.
It butts up.
What's up?
It's so gay. Your backyard butts up to his backyard.
And then,
oh my god.
It's over. It's over. It's done.
No, continue. Who else lives where?
And then Chad lives right over there. It doesn't fucking matter. Shut
Where's Robert? Is Robert underneath everything?
No. Robert's in Germany. But
right.
So
I know this one.
Yeah. All three of you guys are the main guys that were in the lineup the whole time since '94.
Yeah, well, me, Josh, and Chad were there since '94. Robert came in.
Yeah, he came in 10 years in.
Look at this guy. He's been doing research.
He's been writing.
5 minutes ago, he got on and went, who the fuck is this band?
This guy.
But at least I did more than Wikipedia, which is what most
There you go.
do.
Yeah, now fuck Wikipedia.
Yeah, that sucks. But I did see that you're, oh my God, atheist Satanist, a reader of LaVey and all that stuff, man. Very interesting about, I was just having a conversation with my roommate, my bum roommate. I'm not supposed to call him that anymore. But anyway, no, he was telling me how he had the whole PDF on his phone of the Satanic Bible.
PDF because he's a bum, right?
No, what?
Did he pay for it?
Yeah. He paid. Whatever. That's a long story. But anyway, so the Satanic Bible teaches you why religion is ridiculous or something like that, and points out all the flaws in it, something like that. He gave me the Cliff Notes, basically.
Yeah.
Just very interesting.
That's basically the Cliff Notes to an extent, pointing out why we as human beings can be our own gods and we don't need external deities. And it just takes on the archetype of Satan. It's not devil worship or anything goofy like that.
No, it's just about being worldly person, right? Hey, I'm living right now and I'm going to die, right?
Right.
Every single person's going to die, right?
No.
And let's just fucking take my life by the balls and live my life to the fullest and do, right? I mean, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All the things that they call sins are actually basic parts of human nature, and you should indulge in all of them.
Exactly.
Okay, so perfect. So this actually links into the. It's perfect, ladies and gentlemen. It also goes into the interview in the last show too, where Gavin says that I love what he says about violence and sex, and he says with violence, there's people that talk shit behind a computer screen. Nathan's been very subject to this. Being his friend for 11 years now, I've seen haters sit there and say, well, he did this, and then he contradicted himself with that. And I've had my own issues in the past, and Nathan's always said, the Cat Stevens quote, haters gonna hate, that's their job. But what Gavin said that was interesting about violence and sex is that, nowadays people sit behind a computer screen and they talk shit, or they jerk off to a computer screen and think about who they want to fuck, but the real motherfuckers go out there and fight and fuck. And so that's kind of
absolutely,
I think, what you just said.
Yeah, straight up.
So let's go fight people.
Let's go fight people right now.
Who's out here?
Who's out here
Is anything
fucking
open
1 in the morning?
I honestly, God, I couldn't have said it better. Let me tell you, Nathan.
Yeah.
This chick is fucking great right here. She came in the last podcast episode. My co-host had quit right in the middle of the podcast, and she came in like a champ. She's awesome.
I agree. We've been friends for a while, so yeah.
I gotta say, man, about I've been listening to you all day long. Okay,
right
in preparation of this, I've been listening to Boysetsfire. And God, I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I'm not. Please don't take this offensively, okay? You could tell that everybody is a musician. You can sing extremely well, right?
Yeah.
But do you have more? You have more female. What's the female male ratio of fans?
Yeah.
No, it's actually really funny, and it's no doubt. And the thing is that and I'm never offended. If I'm a 43-year-old man ever gets offended by somebody saying, "I don't really dig your music,"
no. Please don't. It's not that. It's not that. I respect it.
It's all right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, on that note.
Well, here's the thing. Just to answer that.
Now, wait a second. Is that calculated, or would you like more male fans?
No, I think it was just always. I mean, I don't know where it came from, how it happened, whatever. But it was always the situation in the hardcore scene and shit where we were the band where if there were big dudes in the audience, it's usually because their girlfriend made them come to the show. And they would freely admit that, and we would freely take their money and buy dinner with it. So it doesn't matter.
So I have a quote here from a fan of theirs, and I'm going to leave it ambiguous because I feel like the subject of, who said what and who likes what and if they're male or female is really stupid, because really it should come down to a little bit more than gender at this point. I think we're so far into a society of assholes that gender is really to the wayside. So anyway, to leave it ambiguous, someone wrote, Boysetsfire was actually the first hardcore band I heard after my initial introduction to Gorilla Biscuits and Black Flag. I didn't know there was a melodic side to hardcore until I heard Nathan sing. I was so hooked, I became obsessed with how many things he did with his voice in a single song. I honestly don't think I would have pursued hardcore if it weren't for Boysetsfire catching me like they did. Now look at me, obsessed, and it's my main happy place in life. Shit, I lost a tooth and broke an arm for the sake of sing-alongs.
Was that a girl who wrote that?
I knew that was going to be his first question.
I know a lot of dudes that have been into hardcore and punk their whole life that haven't broken their tooth and fucking their arm.
Well,
either.
the funny thing is, they're definitely. I mean, it's funny. It totally is, and it is one of those things where we do get a lot of girl fans. You know, we always have.
You do.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you know what?
Definitely dudes into it, and they're dudes that have begrudgingly become huge fans now because their girlfriends brought them in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they're like, dude, this is actually good. I love it. And like they become probably our biggest fans, you know? So hey, whatever. And why the fuck would I care?
Now, what's the percentage of male-female fan ratio in Europe as opposed to America, like Germany?
Very even. Very even.
That's even?
Yeah, you got a lot of fans there. So, I mean, we played our own festival over there to nearly 5,000 people.
Right, the Family First Fest.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty recent. How was it setting up your first? Was it your first festival that you set up?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I mean, to be honest, with all the stuff we do over there, we've got people to set up stuff for us to an extent. They're all our friends. We've set up a situation over there with friends where we have our own label, our own booking agency, our own everything. We do everything in-house. So
awesome.
You know, there's not much to worry about because we have friends that obviously we pay, but at the same time, when you're working with friends, they work harder, you know, and you work harder for them. And it's just really cool to go over there and tour around, do festivals and shit with people who are literally friends and family.
Are you having fun with your life?
Fuck yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm having
it's awesome, right? Like I can tell you are having fun. You have two of your best friends, right? Living in your own little cul-de-sac area, and you guys are just enjoying life.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what it's all about.
Wow.
Friends, family, fun. It's about it.
Yeah. I love it. Hey, what else is there to talk about? I mean, honestly, that's the greatest. It's very nice to meet you, man. You have a nice you have a new record out, right? Mm-hmm. It's a self-titled record.
Self-titled, yep.
Why did you self-title a record and not think of like an interesting?
Why did you do this?
Because we're dicks.
Why did you do
Literally, it was sort of funny because we were sitting around and we're like, hey, we never did a self-titled album. Fuck it. Let's do it with this one.
Wait, I have a real question.
That was literally what we did, though.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I have a really real question here.
Okay.
Why not capitalize the B, dude? You got a problem with B's? You motherfucker, you hate B's.
We've had a lot of that kind of shit, actually. Like,
wait, people ask you that before?
I can't find your music because sometimes it's Boysetsfire all pressed up together. Sometimes it's capital. Sometimes it's lowercase.
Yo, I thought it was original. That's bullshit.
Yeah, nah.
They really don't capitalize the B, though. And I feel like anyone named Brian or Bromson should be very upset about this.
Last two albums, they were capitalized. Much to
what are you
Chad's
trying
chagrin.
to put me to?
No, I'm just saying.
Chad
was very upset about that.
Right now.
We don't need to talk about it too loud in front of him.
It is kind of late here.
He gets upset.
What time are we talking now? It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's got families around here now. So what's it like raising a new baby now?
It's fucking awesome.
Would you prefer he not dabble in the punk hardcore scene, or would you like him to experience everything?
Yeah, I mean everything and anything, and I feel that way about politics, religion, music, anything. I feel like if at any point you don't allow your kid to at least know about certain things and be able to dabble and sort of see what's bullshit and what's right for them, then they're going to instinctively go after what you hate. You know, and it's going to be very annoying. So usually with, I have a 21-year-old son and I have a 2-year-old son, obviously different marriages, but and that's how I've done it with, and will do it with this kid, with Alex, is, you know, there's a lot of ideas out there. There's a lot of opinions out there. You should get out there and learn them.
How old's your wife?
She is 30.
Personal.
She probably can hear me right
She's
now.
30.
She's not 30. She's 35.
She's 30.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
Katie's a shit, and she's pretty good at Monopoly, I have to say.
She's pretty badass.
We used to play Monopoly
yeah,
like every week, and it would turn into a giant fucking brawl by the end of it. Because for some reason we turned Monopoly into like a political debate by the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, by the end of it, it'd be
I would want to buy like the suburban collar areas. This guy wanted to buy like the real poor areas and tell me about why that's better. And then Katie would just ignore the both of us and win. I feel like that's what happened.
Wait, what did you just say? The poor areas, and tell you why that's better?
Well, why it's better to build up on.
Well, then you build them up.
Okay, yeah, of course. Of course.
Avenue, yeah. Come on.
Yeah. You buy that shit, build it up, and
you live with your friends, and then it becomes an expensive area, and then everyone can suck it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking back. I watched a couple of interviews, and you know, people ask a lot of the same crap, man.
All the time.
But some people ask about like the communism thing. I guess you joined something when you were young, super young. Yeah. But like a couple, whatever. Like, you know, you went to a couple meetings or some bullshit.
Hot couple of minutes, and then realized I was in the wrong place.
Right. I think at this age, when we get past our 20s, we've all, if we're honest with ourselves, we've all fucking been there with something.
Actually, there's a quote for it, and I don't remember it offhand, but it's like, show me a man. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
If you're under a certain age,
you have no heart.
If you're over this certain age, it's weird if you are.
You have no brain.
Yeah.
You become from a bleeding heart liberal, you become a conservative over the course of your life because you become smarter. You stop thinking with your heart so much or whatever, you know, all your feelings.
Well, you get into this crazy area of not having wings anymore. You know what I mean? There's no left wing, no right wing to anything that you're doing. You just realize that some things make common sense and some things fucking don't. And usually if you look to either side, and any of the zealots out there, they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we're looking for camaraderie when we're growing up, and especially when we're growing up in the punk and hardcore scene. And when we find other people that are like-minded in the way that they'll have your back the way you'd have theirs, you tend to fall into certain ideas and ideologies that aren't necessarily real.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then you have to stop yourself and back up and look at it. And those are usually the people that fall to the wayside.
Right around when you get a job and start paying taxes.
Yeah, then you start to get real with it. But let me ask Nathan a question that probably no one's ever asked him before. I read a fact today. It said that kangaroos have 3 vaginas. It's a fucking fact. You can Google it. So how does that make you feel? Because I'm a girl, I have to talk about feelings. So how does it make you feel that kangaroos have 3 vaginas? Bobby, I want you in on this when you stop smoking that bowl. You tell me how you feel too. Go ahead.
I feel all right about it. I mean, I feel a little confused by the purpose.
Feels?
Well,
how many?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the evolutionary purpose is for it. I mean, I guess for gangbangs, kangaroo gangbangs.
I was hoping you'd say that because
I mean, that's all I can come up with.
I'm going to say one thing. Hey,
I would assume it would make getting airtight a lot harder. You need a lot more male kangaroos airtight.
Oh my God!
Everything plugged up.
Now, Nathan, you're a guy you've been all over the world. You've been to Australia numerous times. Those fucking kangaroos are crazy, right? They'll like beat the shit out of you. Oh my God,
they will keep your stomach out. Seriously. Like,
that's because they think you're going to gangbang them. You, Chad, and Josh, we all live together.
3 of those kangaroos gangbanging another kangaroo chick.
I don't want to think about it, but I already am because I've got too vivid of an imagination. It's like, oh no. But seriously, they have this thing, like if they lean back on their tail and kick, they can kick a hole in your stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, so why?
And I held a koala when I was in Australia. And fuck koalas.
I heard one of those boy band kids, my little sister told me, got gonorrhea from koala.
That's possible. But here's another reason why they suck.
You might want to
besides all
finish
the
that up
gonorrhea.
real quick. Here's another reason
look,
why they suck so good.
Look, you can get
I miss
gonorrhea from a
koalas.
koala, but I don't need to talk about that right now. It's
No.
just a fact, all right? I don't need
I
to
hope
tell
she's
you
not
why.
listening
right?
to this.
Sorry, honey.
Sorry.
But I held a
Koalas?
koala,
Mhm.
and they're all adorable and cute and awesome. And then you hold them, and then you realize that their talons are larger than your fingers. And the second that thing wrapped it around my neck, I was like, yeah, no, fuck, take this back. No, fuck
It
that back.
hurts.
It sucked. These huge ass claws.
All right,
Fuck
so we need to.
Fuck a koala.
We need to.
Well, don't fuck a koala because you get gonorrhea.
No, you get gonorrhea, but
Yeah.
we should kill them all.
You should definitely fuck a kangaroo, though. So many options. So many options.
What would happen if a
Uh,
What if a koala
Do you have
and a
some-
kangaroo?
That's what I was thinking with
Or
the claws and the
three
3 vaginas and
I was gonna say,
three
hey,
koalas.
Yeah.
Nathan, do you have scientific proof of this?
Of 3 koalas on a kangaroo?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw somewhere where you guys talking about scientific proof or some shit like that. I don't know.
Fact checking.
It's like talking about some bullshit like fact
Some
checking.
stupid
What the
Yeah,
fuck
fact-
is that?
hey man, let me ask you a question. Were you Catholic growing up?
Nope. I did. My dad is a Presbyterian minister.
Okay.
His
But,
family is lovely.
But growing up, we were more non-denominational, sort of holy roller like. And but I always had a good childhood. I had a great family, and I still do. I love my family. And you know, they're not super hip on my ideology, and I'm not super hip on theirs. But we talk about it. We hang out. We love each other, so it doesn't really matter.
No, the reason why I was I was just thinking that is because I don't know, you struck me as somebody maybe who had Catholicism in their lives, like I did, and then you instantly go against it. when you start getting older or whatever. But
I think it's mostly just as you start getting older and you're like,
it touches on the same thing we just talked about.
right. Well,
You look for
kangaroo,
camaraderie.
You look for kangaroo vaginas.
No,
And
you look
then-
for camaraderie when you grow
different
up.
subject. Right.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
look for a place where people.
I look for kangaroo vaginas.
Who doesn't? There's
Yeah.
3 of them.
There's
and
3
you
of
know.
them. They're everywhere. But but yeah, I think that there are definitely people that they just go in the opposite direction and they're rebelling to rebel. But then there's some people you just get older and you're like, all right, I don't believe in Santa Claus. I don't believe in the Easter Bunny.
Wait.
I don't believe. Oh shit! Fuck! Don't tell her about the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny is real, but not God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so
good.
we're good.
I'm
We're
good
good.
again.
Yeah.
All right, we're cool.
when did you get your first tattoo, man?
My first tattoo I got when I was 18, and it was a really crappy one off the wall that I just pointed at and went, I want that. And that's why 18-year-olds shouldn't get fucking tattooed, because you make dumb decisions.
You got 18? I got my first at 14.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Alina,
that must
when
be
did you
This
later.
is when I was fucking 2 months old.
Alina, when did you get your first
Still
tattoo?
inside my mom.
Yeah, they put the needle up there.
Yeah.
All up 3 of her vaginas
My
that I was
kangaroo
in.
mom.
My kangaroo mom. My kangaroo mom. It sounds like one of those like fucking
It's a new sitcom.
those 80s sitcoms.
Mhm,
My
yeah.
kangaroo mom.
Yeah.
Am I breathing malt liquor in your face?
No, you're good. I have
Oh,
gum that's blocking it out.
Did you
I don't
not get
even
the,
want.
Did you not get the memo that I pissed myself on the bus on the way here by accident?
Did you really?
Yes, you did.
No, for real. Like I
Mm.
had to pee really bad. I was like, no, hold it, and then I had to, so I went. to the
No,
bathroom.
you told me that, yeah, but I didn't
Yeah, I
think that
felt like
you
the
meant
bus driver really hit the gas when I got back there and made it real bumpy for me.
that. Now, do you have a problem? Like, do you ever piss yourself? Like, do you wet your
Never.
bed?
I never. It wasn't that. It was trying to balance over the thing and the
The weird
Bus
toilet
was-
in the back.
bouncing and.
Now, Alina, when did you get your first tattoo? I'm serious.
I
Like,
thought he was gonna ask me when was my first period. I was like, oh, fuck you. Which?
no, I'm serious. When,
18, and I still like it.
Mhm.
Whoa.
you do? You still like? What was it?
It was a nautical star, and I have, and so then I connected it into 2, and it says, "Dear Lover," Social Distortion song.
Nathan, do you still have yours?
Oh, yeah, I still have mine.
You,
And
didn't,
it-
you never cut up.
Even though it's somewhat goofy, I think. Well, I mean,
Is it goofy?
Oh yeah,
And
it's
Tasmanian
like fucking-
Devil's under?
No, it's 1 second.
Oh,
Fuck the world, whatever. It is. Is it on this arm? Yes, it is. I had to check which fucking arm it was on. It's awesome. This little winner here.
That was the
It's
first.
definitely an Aztec bird surrounded by tribal.
That happens all the time.
Nice.
But I will
The
not
bird
get
and
it.
the tribal
I
surrounding each other.
won't get it covered up on principle because it was my first tattoo, and I need to learn from my mistakes.
Exactly.
Teaching myself a lesson.
Yeah. Cool. Fantastic. So yeah, we can go on forever talking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I bet.
Easily.
You know,
I can talk all night. I love the sound of my own voice.
I could tell.
Yeah, right?
So what's the plan? You guys going to go out on tour soon here? I mean, you going to Europe again?
Yeah, well,
because
I've got
the record just came out in September.
Right. Yep. And I have some solo stuff that I do now. So I'll be working right now on doing. I put out an EP of just me, Nathan Gray, and
what kind of stuff
right
do you
now,
do? Do you do a lot of acoustic?
No, I actually tried to stray away from that because so many fucking bands do that. Like you get a hardcore punk singer, they go out and they
Don't
play.
hate. You know you love that shit too.
They
Tim
play
Barry.
country all of a sudden.
Come on now.
It's electro dub behind you.
So here's the thing. So Tim Barry, Chuck Reagan have already done it. They've done it. So
and they did it.
And they did it the best. So you can't just keep copping off that. So what I did is my friend Dan, who strangely enough, not that far from what you were just joking about. He's an industrial kid. And so we got together and we sort of blended the two to an extent. There's a lot of electronic type of stuff with the acoustic instruments. There's cello, guitar, piano, and then some.
Did Elise play on it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. And then some electronic stuff. But you'd have to hear it to really get the feel for it. It's not necessarily dancey or techno or anything like that, but there's definitely some industrial feel to it.
So I think really the point here of wanting Nathan to be the first interview, since I'm a girl and I don't know anything, is having Nathan here. He's been my most influential friend as far as music goes. We have a tiny gap in age, but he's definitely let me know what I've missed and brought me up to speed. I am in no way ignorant of different genres of music. And they're,
and you let me know of newer bands that I would have never even thought of listening to. No, they're definitely like punk bands that I would have never like, oh, what is that mohawked thing over there? And you're like, no, they're actually good. Listen. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. No, that's great.
You're like, I remember playing with them and they just sprayed a bunch of aqua in their hair and charged it.
Nathan, they get a car like this because they can't get.
The point is there was a time where a lot of different genres came together and a lot of fests were put together and shows were put together crossing genres. And I think if you're really musically educated and you're truly an artist, that you will grasp all of these concepts when applicable. And Nathan's definitely transcended in his own music and his own side projects, punk, hardcore, pop punk, industrial, new wave. You name it.
So it's all about transcending those things, pushing it,
boundaries, music,
pushing it,
like
being an artist.
Talking about,
yeah,
like we were talking about before. I mean, you've only got a short time here. You better make it fucking worth it. So
I see what you're doing. I read you loud,
guys.
Yeah.
No, it's not the message.
That was not it.
No.
Bop. Bop, bop,
you know it.
Are
they girls or boys? Or are they three kangaroo vaginas?
Either way, they're getting.
I think they're three.
That's all.
They are three kangaroo vaginas.
Yes.
Nathan, what are your main influences?
It actually sort of depends. I mean, coming up in punk, some of my biggest influence, Bad Religion was a big one. I love Bad Religion. They were a big influence on me. Christian Death was another one. Then getting into more hardcore stuff, I remember Gorilla Biscuits, Born Against, Agnostic Front, like a couple of different bands on all different spectrums. Cro-Mags were really influential. And then as I got older, I broke away a lot from just listening to like punk and hardcore and got into other bands like in industrial genre or even country stuff like that, and just trying to.
Do you like Townes Van Zandt?
What's that?
Townes Van Zandt?
Yeah, excellent artist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, can you give us a station ID before we go?
Yeah.
You're listening to Dying Scene Radio. Introduce yourself and your band and jazz it up however you like. Be as creative as you like.
I'll do what I can. Right. So just at any point, just go.
Yeah, do it now.
All right, cool. Hi, I'm Nathan Gray from Boysetsfire, and you're listening to Diving
Scene Radio. I love
Dying Scene Radio.
Isn't he the guy that got the AIDS in the pool? Isn't he the fucking Olympic guy?
From the pool. He got it from the pool. Unless he was diving into some ass for it.
You remember that?
It was not a pool that he got it from.
What a mess. You're going to dirty up the Olympic pool with your hands.
What is that? What are you talking about?
Greg Louganis is an Olympic swimmer.
Oh, yeah.
He's a diver.
He did the AIDS in the pool by accident.
We're like 5-year-olds. This is retarded. He did the AIDS in the pool by accident.
He fucking did.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gray from Boysetsfire, and you're listening to Dying Scene Radio.
That's awesome. We can keep talking. Well, I have everything. Whatever, anything extra is just bonus material.
I think we all need to go to bed.
3 kangaroo vaginas that just got AIDS from the pool. I think we're done.
Do you smoke pot?
I do not.
Doesn't it seem like he does?
It would seem like I do, but I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
These kids offered me on my way to the bus, but
obviously,
a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, you took a bottle of vodka on the way to the bus.
No, it was the airplane bottle of vodka.
Airplane bottle.
They offered it to me, and I said, okay.
Yeah.
And they said, do you want to smoke with us? And I was like, no, I'm good. I got to get on this bus and interview this motherfucker.
Over at the Port Authority bus terminal on 42nd Street?
No, the Chinatown bus, dude. I live large.
Oh,
I live large, and I don't care about my life. So
sometimes the Chinatown buses go leave from the 42nd Street bus terminal, so.
Sometimes they leave from wherever the fuck they want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really annoying at that point.
Yeah. They just leave and go.
It's real random.
Well, I really appreciate you talking to us. This was great. I bet you we could talk about so much other stuff though. I like to talk about like the satanic stuff and all the Christian stuff and
I don't want to talk about that. That's why
we'll do it again when she's not here being a spoil sport.
Well, what's so funny? What's so interesting is
I'm not a spoil sport.
What's that, man?
You're not supposed to talk about religion and politics, but so many interviews that I've watched with Nathan Gray, it's about people definitely bring that up.
Yeah.
So why would we like everybody?
Why is that's all part of all the lyrics and stuff? Like all the lyrics of all these songs, you have a lot of politics in it, a lot of religion, talking shit about religion.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, I like that. I think that's awesome. So
everybody does.
I think that I've found a way to make a lot of that stuff more personal than it is just talking politics, because that shit's boring. Nobody wants to just hear you talk about politics. It's dumb. But if you can make it applicable to people's lives, if you can make it more personal, something that they can take from it and add it to their life instead of you pushing it down their throat and telling them what to think, then you've got a fan. You've got somebody that you can relate to. And that's way more important. So I've got people, I've got friends and fans from all lines of the spectrum, whether very liberal or very conservative or in the middle, and they can all grab something from what I'm talking about, and make it applicable to them. And even if it's not the lyrics, they like the music, so it doesn't fucking matter. They're just having fun,
That's right. Government is a corporation.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. See you guys later. Hey, Elena, have a good night. You're awesome. I appreciate you so much.